Hey guys, Nikki Wood here, coming to you with your September 2018 tarot forecast. So it looks like summer's over. The weather's still good out here, so we'll probably have summer until the end of October, early November, while everyone else is stuck in snowdrift. So we still have the feeling of summer, but kids are going back to school right now. My nephew started high school this year, which is crazy and very exciting also for him. So things are changing. We're probably going to get some fall energy here pretty soon as the seasons are starting to shift. So let's talk for a minute about what you can expect to have coming your way in September. Now, traditionally, we will go over the areas of mind, body, heart, and spirit, but before we do that, I like to do a little kind of overall umbrella energy check, just in case there's anything that you need to be aware of that gets missed that doesn't come up in all these other areas, because believe it or not, it doesn't cover everything, and there are extra things to be aware of. So the first thing that you want to know this month is right here, is that you are actually needing to do a little bit more work. And it looks like maybe you need to kind of finish a project, or you need some extra skills. Like you kind of need to level up from where you're at. You have room to go. You haven't hit the ceiling yet. And the other part of this here is that you're going to be spending a lot of time and energy doing the work. So hopefully you're aware of what the work is, because sometimes we think that we've got it all going on and we don't need to learn anything new. But trust me, this month you do. If you add something else in and you spend the time and the energy putting into that, it's really going to give you a lot of extra, knowledge and skills and know-how in the business that you're in or in the area that you're trying to excel in. So don't be afraid of putting in the hard work, because it looks like it's going to be like you're really going to be pedal to the metal with this, whatever it is that time, energy-wise, effort-wise that you need to put in. Don't be afraid to do the work. Okay, so that's overall. So let's look at the different areas this month and see what's going on. So first of all, let's talk about what's going on with your mind this month. What's happening upstairs with your little hamster on the wheel? How fast is he running? Well, it looks like he needs a little bit of a break. It looks like you've accumulated a lot of knowledge. You've done a lot of work, with the way that you're changing your perspective on things, with the knowledge that you're actually gaining in different areas. So now's the time to not overdo it. Don't hit the books too hard. Focus your energy in other areas. Now, I know this sounds kind of like counterintuitive to what I said before, but this is just for, like mental stimulation sort of things, not necessarily with like projects and stuff you're doing, because that could be like physical labor and skills and things. It's not always upstairs. So kind of know the difference between the two. Don't overdo it and try to cram too much information in there. But do the work that the universe is asking you to do this month with the overall monthly thing. So just kind of pay attention to what the difference might be or might feel like between those two for you. Now, with your body this month, it looks like you're having some struggles. There's some different obstacles and things going on that you are trying very hard to kind of overcome. And it feels like you're getting the crap beat out of you right now too. Can you guys see this card? Okay, I'm going to show it really close. Okay, look at there's 5 guys here and they all have big wood sticks. Can you imagine being in the middle of this? It's kind of scary. So that's sort of the energy, like physically what's going on with you this month. So whether it is like a new routine that seems really overwhelming or tough, or it's going to be kind of an uphill battle, or maybe it's, physical things that are happening, medical stuff that seems like it's going to be really big. So there's a lot of things going on with your body this month that feel like they're kind of a battle or kind of a struggle. But the good news is that they're not struggles that you cannot overcome. There are things that you can get in front of and get on top of. But the work to get from point A to B is usually a little intense. So how bad do you want what you want, and how much work are you willing to put in to get there? That's what you need to really be thinking about this month when you're thinking about your physical body that you are in. Okay. So let's go on to everyone's favorite part, the feels. What's going on in the feels in your heart area this month with emotions, love, relationships, how you're feeling about other people, how you're feeling about yourself, what's going on there? So it looks like this is really great. Knight of Cups, this guy. So you're getting a lot of really positive messages this month, whether they're from people, whether you're getting letters or a combination or whatever it is, whether it's like work, whether it's, just from your friends, your family, maybe it's from clients telling you what a great job you did, how grateful they are for you. Whatever it is, you're hearing a lot of what you want to hear that makes you feel really good and really, successful and empowered, and like you've really been doing things to make a difference. or just things that make you feel like sweet, like, oh, I did something for my friend and they really appreciated that. That made me feel good. Now, you didn't do it to be appreciated. You did it because you were a nice person and you wanted to do something nice. But the cool thing this month is that you are actually getting kind of feedback on all of the nice things that you're doing. So you should be hearing a lot of really positive messages. And who knows, maybe you'll get some actual love romantic messages too, because that is another aspect of that card. So fingers crossed for all you singles out there, maybe getting some new, fresh offers from people. The last thing that we want to talk about is we want to talk about our spiritual state this month. What's going on with our spirit? It looks like you have released a lot of things. Can you guys see this card here? So right side up, she's really wound up and there's a lot of stuff going on, but upside down, it's like all of those things that are heavy and binding you up and making you feel like you can't move, they just fall away. So there is spiritually some sort of sense of relief this month. So how does that really translate to you for day to day? So, you know, we just had this big transit with Mercury retrograde coming up, and I don't know how you're doing, but I learned a lot of things about myself and a lot of things about my life that I'm doing or that I'm surrounded by, and it was really kind of prophetic for me. And a lot of people in the spiritual community that I spoke to, they also, despite all the turbulence that was going on, in addition to the other 5 planets that are also in retrograde at this time, they really did learn a lot of things. Now, fortunately, Mercury has been out since mid-August or so, but the other ones are still kind of going, so there's a lot more energy kind of flowing around, and it's great because there's opportunities to learn more things depending on what these planets are amplifying for you. But spiritually, it looks like, you know, maybe some stuff that you were afraid to try, you're not so afraid anymore. Or maybe you've learned some lessons and you're like, you know what, like, I have this new way of looking at things and this is how my spiritual practice works, and I don't have to carry this baggage from all of this other stuff anymore. You know, you're moving around more lighthearted, more free. Your spiritual practice might just be easier. Maybe you got into the habit of doing something and now it's really easy, instead of like, oh God, I have to sit down and meditate every day for like 15 minutes. How am I going to do this? And now you're in that space where you meditate in the same place all the time, same time every day. You've got your routine and it's super easy. So whatever it is spiritually with you this month, some things have kind of lightened up. Some burdens that you've been carrying, or maybe some things you've been trying to figure out, not so hard anymore. So you'll definitely have that to look forward to. So I feel like overall this month you guys have a lot of great stuff going on, but it's definitely time to do some work in some specific areas for you. So make sure that you pay attention to that and figure out what you want, what you're willing to do to get there. So hopefully everyone has an amazing September and you enjoy yourselves. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. And I'll catch up with you guys in October, which is my favorite month because of Halloween. So until next time, thank you so much and have an absolutely beautiful day.